Microphone check, microphone check. Hey, this is the world's most popular barbecue talk, barbershop talk, man cave conversation. However you like it or dislike it, this is the Heavyweight Champion Sports Talk Podcast. These are your hosts. Your boy B-Way is back in the building. Along with my partner in crime, Mr. Red himself, Brandon Rudolph is with us. How was your week, sir?
The week is, man, sometimes your week ain't so good. The week is okay, I guess. The weekend was okay. I don't know, man. It's tough. It's tough. Tough with no sports.
Celebrated a birthday this weekend, though. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, thanks, man. Some people showed up, some people didn't.
I mean, it's a pandemic outside right now.
Yeah, some of my real friends came, some of my real friends, my other real friends didn't. That's all it is.
Wow, okay.
So, I appreciate those that came, and the ones that didn't, hopefully you don't need help moving anytime soon. That's when you find out who your real friends are.
That is terrible, man.
That's when you find out who your real friends are.
Well, I guess Tom Brady found out who his real friends were when he had to get up out of New England.
Man, it's just granted he is 43. So, at some point you got to move on. But I feel like he should be able to pick and choose what it is he wants to do. When he wants to leave, the amount of money he wants. They think he's earned that right over the years with that team.
And he always took pay cuts. He always made it work to try to make the team
exactly
better.
He took pay cut, and then when he finally wanted his money in 2017, Belichick and them didn't. We'll give you some more money. He wanted more years. Remember, he wanted to play into his mid 40s.
Yeah.
So he asked for an extension, and they said, "Well, we'll just give you more money. We're not going to give you an extension." So I think it was like a plan all along. Like when your contract's up, you're up.
Yeah.
And so when that time came, it was, and they kind of, I think when that time came, he felt disrespected. So he didn't want to resign. Even if they did want to resign him, I think he was done. Belichick doesn't care about anything but winning. He don't care. He's not low to anything.
Do you think Belichick's right for letting Brady walk?
I mean, if we're basing it off of numbers, if he's anybody else without the Super Bowls, he's released anyway. Probably. He's a backup. I mean, he wasn't that great.
Whoa. I mean, he's not. You're getting disrespectful with it.
He's a check down guy, man. He's a dink and dunk guy. 6 yards, 7 yards. He keeps the chains moving now, so it's hard to say.
You can't say that Tom Brady is a check down guy.
He's a check down guy last year. He was a check down guy.
Because he didn't have nobody to throw the ball too deep.
It's tough to watch. Nah, his arm strength wasn't there anymore.
Oh, my God.
He didn't have the same arm strength. You want to find out with these two studs that he has this year for Bucks.
Yes.
Because them guys run. And Winston was airing that thing out.
And Tom Brady's going to be more
I don't
efficient.
know if Tom can air that thing out like he was.
Are you talking about Tom Brady can't get it done no more?
I don't think I never thought he could. Not this whole year, I didn't think he got it done. Tennessee showed you that in the first round of the playoffs.
This year.
Yeah, this year. What are we talking about this year?
I'm about to say he's 2 seasons removed from being a Super Bowl champ.
Yeah, at least 3 seasons from losing to the Eagles.
Well, that's 3 years ago.
2 years ago, he won, and he was ugly. The worst Super Bowl I ever watched.
First of all, he had to get there.
The worst Super Bowl I ever watched.
He got his team to the Super Bowl.
He got his team to the Super Bowl? I thought the defense did.
Oh, my God. Here we go with this again. Defense.
I felt like the defense did.
The defense did nothing in the Super Bowl. Like, that was a Tom Brady extraordinaire. Tom Brady carried that franchise for 20 years, and this is how they treated him.
I don't know. They treated him badly. He made the decision to leave, though. It wasn't like, well, we don't want you. It was like he was making the decision to leave. I don't think they even talked about re-signing. I think he thought his days were numbered after his last game. I feel like he felt like his days were numbered there.
Well, he was tired of being disrespected. As any man
he could have been. He's probably a little disrespected not on a performance. It wasn't a performance-based thing, though. It wasn't like he was out there killing and they didn't want to re-sign him. If they're re-signing him, they're only re-signing him because of what he did for the franchise, not what he's doing, not what he did last year. Because he wasn't very good last year.
He wasn't. He didn't have much help. Let's Like, get the man help if you want.
Tom Brady, his whole career, was known for winning games with a bunch of makeshift guys. That's what he did his whole career.
But now he's older.
When you no longer can do that, then what? What do?
He's older.
Exactly, and it's starting to show.
So if that's the case, who are you bringing in that's going to be better than Tom Brady?
Bringing in?
Yeah.
I don't think you're bringing anyone that's better than him, but from last year better than him, there's about 20 quarterbacks in the league that are better than him last year.
Who can play better? Who? That is available right now.
Jameis Winston was the better quarterback last year than without the if he limited it 30% of his mistakes. It wasn't even close.
Jameis Winston was the best quarterback for both teams that he played for.
Yeah.
He threw 30 interceptions.
He threw 33 touchdowns.
Tom Brady don't throw interceptions.
I mean, he threw enough.
He don't throw. He don't turn the ball over too much.
Turn the ball over, yes. He don't do much of that. And like I said, if Winston limited even half of those interceptions, they're in the playoff.
But he didn't.
He didn't. But I think, like I said, he's climbing. Winston's climbing. He's not at his peak. Brady's falling. He's going down. He's not getting better. He doesn't get any better. He only gets worse.
Like you just said, he got them two studs down there.
Yeah, he got some studs down in Tampa Bay. He might, there's going to be some.
And Bruce Arians worked with the best quarterbacks ever.
Yeah.
You don't think that's going to be a match made in heaven for them two?
It would be a match made in heaven if it was Aaron Rodgers, who still has a lot left in the tank.
Oh, my goodness. This is disrespectful, man. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, but he's not like, you're talking like Tom Brady is a bum.
No, I'm not. I'm saying he's not good anymore.
That's bum. Like if you're not
he's
good,
not
you're
terrible.
bum.
He's not terrible. He's just an average quarterback now. You're not used to saying Brady's an average quarterback, but he's not.
Well, so what I'm saying, so you're saying Jameis can go down to New England and be better than Tom Brady, throwing to nobody. He threw 30 picks with two of the best receivers in the league.
Yeah, they were a gift and a curse. Because a lot of times he was just throwing that ball to them, and they weren't open.
Now he's going to throw to some bums and be good. First of all, Jameis and Cam would both struggle in New England with Coach Belichick.
I think they would struggle with Belichick. A lot of people would struggle with Belichick, and he's not a people person sometimes.
He's a winner. He's like you said earlier. He's a winner. That's all he cares about. He'll call you out. He'll treat you the same way he'll treat the 53rd man on the roster.
Yeah, maybe. That's not good for business, though. Listen to any NFL player. You treat everybody fair, but not everybody equal. You told me that.
Yeah, I agree. But Belichick's different. And he can get away with it because that's the Patriot way. The Patriot way got him 6 titles. Why would he change it?
Patriot way didn't get him 6 titles. Tom Brady got him 6 titles.
Now you want to give him Tom Brady. Which one is it?
Tom Brady got him those rings. We're going to find out what kind of coach he is. I know that. We're going to find out now.
With who? Who's going to be his quarterback?
Looks like Stidham, whatever his name is from Auburn.
And let's give him credit.
Jared.
Because nobody knew Tom Brady 20 years ago when he chose them to replace Drew Bledsoe.
Nobody knew when Drew Bledsoe got hurt. This is not the same. This is like an heir to the throne.
Yeah, I mean, nobody knew who he was.
Hey,
though.
they signed Brian Hoyer. You never know. He had some stints in Cleveland. He looked the part.
Brian Hoyer.
Looked the part, man. At times he looked the part. He could be like Magic. He could be like Fitzmagic.
No, he can't. We're not giving Brian Hoyer anything.
He's a starter in this league, man.
I don't even know why they signed. That's a waste of time. Guys like that can get signed and Kaepernick can't.
Man, stop.
I mean, I'm just saying, that's a joke.
Stop.
That's a joke.
No, you know why Kaepernick's not signed? He is? Because nobody cared when Brian Hoyer got signed. And it make no news.
Yeah.
If Kaepernick gets signed, it's going to be news everywhere.
Because he's good.
They're going to be out doing parades. Nah, it's just what he stands for. It's a difference.
Because Kaepernick took
You already know how your man feels about that. Belichick, supposed to be seen, not heard.
Kaepernick took his team to the Super Bowl.
So did Cam Newton.
Yeah, Cam wouldn't make it in New England either. He ain't going for all that Super Bowl celebrations and all that stuff, or Superman celebrations.
Why not? If Tom Brady did, everyone would be fine with it.
I'm telling you that Belichick wouldn't. If Tom Brady was celebrating and bringing all that attention to himself, which I'm not knocking.
He does. He's fiery. Tom Brady's always like celebrating, screaming on the sidelines at people.
He's celebrating with his teammates though. He's not doing the
he
whole
spiked the ball. No,
celebration.
man, they always took turns spiking the ball in the end zone. They would go that little 1, 2, 3, and bang. Cam Newton hands a ball to a youth fan, a child, a kid at the game. He hands every touchdown ball to a kid. What's wrong with that?
Everything before that, the Superman celebration.
He said everyone has their thing. That's his thing.
I'm not saying
the chest open.
I
just dove in the end zone like Superman. I'm that guy.
I'm not saying it's wrong. What I'm saying is not the Belichick way. I wouldn't care if
you shouldn't have to limit yourself because of you're a coach. Your coach should adjust to you. If he's a good coach, yeah, there should be some kind of rules and some kind of authority figure. I understand that. But if he's just playing with emotion and a little celebration, if he gets to that end zone, people don't want to see it, just stop him. But if he gets in there, he earns the right to do whatever he wants in there.
His own coach, which I'm talking about, which would be Belichick, would be one of the ones that would be most mad about him.
Well, then he should be fired. If the league allows it, it's not a rule.
How you gonna fire? You can't fire Belichick.
Why? Fire Tom Brady?
I'm just saying. You can't fire Belichick.
Why not?
He can coach till he dies.
And Tom Brady should be able to play in New England uniform until he dies.
It don't work out that way, man.
Yeah, they were. They were married.
Listen.
What did Belichick do before Brady got there? Nothing. They were married together. They won together. We ride together. We die together. Bad boys for life.
Like, they weren't that cool.
Not since like 2017. That whole what's the receiver's name? Edelman. When he got popped for the steroids and he was being trained by Brady's trainer, that was it. Like that was the beginning of the end. I felt like
it might have been, but then this guy also he tried to get rid of him and keep the 49ers quarterback.
Yeah, and because Garoppolo was younger.
I'm just like,
and Garoppolo was a stud. He's lost like 4 games his whole career.
Belichick been off of Brady.
Exactly. He's not low to anything. I told you. That man just led you to a Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Well, Kraft spoke. And it's obviously Bill Belichick.
Kraft didn't speak. Tom went over there and said, look, I'm done.
If Tom went over there, because Tom knew. If Tom went over there and said, it's me or him.
He didn't go to Belichick's house. Did he go to Belichick's house and say, hey, Belichick, I'm done, man. I just want to let you know. Give you that respect. No. He went to Kraft's house and said, look, you know what I mean? I did all I could do. I want to further my career, but unfortunately he's not going to be here.
Because him and Belichick weren't cool.
No, Belichick didn't want him.
Because if he went there to Kraft and said, it's me or Belichick, Tom would have got his feelings hurt.
I don't know. Well, yeah, because as a coach, you can coach until you're 90. It don't matter. A player, though, you're done. Like Brady's done. Nothing, can't do nothing else.
I wouldn't say he's done, and we're going to see that he's not done. And hopefully, if we get football this fall.
He's done. He may win some games because he got a lot of talent around him down there. But
like every quarterback in the league that wins games has talent around him.
He has a lot of talent around. No, that's not true.
Name me one that don't. Name me one good quarterback in the league that don't have talent.
Carson Wentz had no talent around this year, and he won.
If you want to consider that winning, I mean, we won the worst.
We went to the playoffs.
It was the worst. We won like 8 games.
They had a winning record. The Browns had every starter there is to have in the NFL. They didn't go anywhere. They barely won any games.
It was the worst conference.
You're one of those people, man. That you know what I mean. Like it's one of those things. It's one of those things where you are ungrateful for what you see, what you watch, what you witness. The Giants had a lot of talent. Where'd they go?
They had no quarterback. You got to have both. I said a good quarterback with good talent is going to win.
Okay, and the Eagles won and they didn't have good talent. They had a good quarterback.
The Eagles had good talent to start the year.
And they sucked.
They didn't win that much.
And then they won a lot when they didn't have any talent. That's what quarterbacks do.
Listen, man, we're getting off topic.
We're not getting off topic. You asked the question, I answered it.
Bottom line is, we'll keep discussing this. Well, let's take a quick break, and we'll be back. Remember, you're listening to Opinionated Facts on RTF Sports Network. We'll be right back after these quick messages. And we're back. You're listening to Opinionated Facts on RTS Sports Network /TCP. So, you're talking about a good quarterback that has not won with good talent.
Right.
And you said Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz, yes.
Who had subpar talent at the end of the year last year.
More than the end of the year, he lost both of his top receivers. He lost the first game of the season.
Yes, he was some bad receivers that he was playing. It wasn't bad receivers.
They weren't bad receivers. They weren't top talent. You can't get someone to the practice squad and be like, oh, he's good.
I agree. But what I'm saying is Carson has great coaching around him. I mean,
we're saying that right now Doug Peterson is a great coach. Not saying he's not. I just want to know what you're saying.
We saw Carson get hurt 2 years ago. 2 years ago. And Nick Foles came in and didn't miss a beat. Are you crediting that to Nick Foles? Because we just saw what he did in Jacksonville this year.
He was out the whole season with a broken collarbone. I didn't expect him to come back and be the same.
Oh, my God. So you're not giving that to
It's just an unfair comparison.
I'm just throwing the coaching out there. You saying that Peterson's not a good coach. I'm telling you that Peterson is the reason.
I said he's not a great coach.
Okay.
I think he's a good coach. I don't think he's a great coach.
What classifies great?
Wins.
All right. When you win a Super Bowl with your backup quarterback,
you automatically hail a great coach.
Yes.
Really?
Has he had a losing season yet?
He's been there, 3 seasons or 4 seasons?
4 seasons. 1 Super Bowl.
4 seasons, 1 Super Bowl. Yeah.
3 playoff appearances.
Yeah. So he must have had a losing season his first year.
Because you would have gave Andy Reid a great coach.
Andy Reid is a great coach. Everywhere he goes and went has won.
All right. It's Doug Peterson's first head coaching job.
Well, then that remains to be seen. I don't want to call him a great coach. I say he's a good coach, but he can be great. He has that. He obviously has the brains for it, the knack for it. Obviously, what he's done.
All I'm saying is they benefited from having great coaching. Nick Foles. We'll see what he does in Chicago now.
I think Nick Foles is a system guy. In that system, yes, he's good. But outside the system, I don't think so. They have to. Someone like Chip Kelly it's got to be like a zone read type offense for Nick Foles. He's a rhythm guy. Everything has to be rhythm, or he's no good.
He ain't running no zone read type offense, but
he ran zone read for Chip, and excelled in it.
What do you call excel? Chip didn't have that good of a stint, and
that first year that he started, that Foles was out there playing, he was dominating. Threw 7 touchdowns against the Raiders.
You're gonna say dominating is a strong word.
He was dominating.
Like dominating is Michael Vick that year he played for the Eagles and started the whole year. Like that's the MVP caliber. Foles was never in that.
Foles came in that year and didn't miss a beat when Vick got hurt.
He was never that MVP type caliber player.
Vick is a rhythm person. He's got to be in rhythm. Everything Foles does has to be in rhythm, or he's no good.
All I'm saying is, name me a quarterback that wins without talent.
Tom Brady has won once without talent. Has won before without talent. I think.
Well, that's how this whole argument got started. We said that, but you said
also. I feel like also Carson Wentz has won without. I don't want to say like on the same level as Tom Brady, but he has won without talent.
Yeah, but Tom is the guy. Like we know that. That's why.
He is the guy.
That's why Tom's considered the GOAT. Like
Aaron Rodgers has won without talent. He's never had some stud receiver down there. Like Devontae Adams is that guy now, but is he a stud? When I say he's a stud, I wouldn't call him a stud. Jordy Nelson was his best receiver. I wouldn't have called him a stud.
Jordy's good.
He was just their best receiver.
Jordy was good.
We're talking studs. We're talking Michael Thomas. We're talking Julio Jones. We're talking Jarvis. Maybe Jarvis Landry got time for OBJ. We're talking those kinds of studs. Aaron Rodgers never had down there. He never had no Terrell Owens. He never had no AJ Green down there.
Yes,
and he wins.
Yeah.
Look at that offense. They ain't no household names. People know them guys only in Green Bay.
Depends on what you consider.
Who was their starting running back this year?
It depends what you consider.
Who was their starting running back this year?
I don't know.
Exactly.
They didn't win much. They didn't go to playoffs. What?
Sad.
You're acting like Green Bay is some world dominators down there.
They are though. He's been dominating for years. Aaron Rodgers, without any household names.
Aaron Rodgers is good.
He wins.
But I'm not saying that he is.
He wins.
He wins. Yes, he's good. He's a great quarterback. But winning, he got one Super Bowl. Let's not talk like he's goatish. He's not Tommy. Not TB12.
Peyton Manning only has 2. We hail him the GOAT.
Yeah. Well, if he's not the GOAT, TB12's the GOAT.
If we're talking as far as quarterbacks and what they bring, Peyton Manning is a better quarterback. Tom Brady won more. It was close. Peyton Manning is a better quarterback. Peyton Manning is the best quarterback I've ever seen.
It depends what we're talking about here. If we're talking about
knowledge, period.
If you measure GOAT, you got to measure the career.
The entire career, Peyton Manning was a better quarterback than Tom Brady.
But he wasn't. His career is not better. You could say
his career is not better.
He passed the eye test?
He was a better quarterback. I'm talking about.
What are you basing that on?
Go up to the line and call a play by looking at the defense. That's Peyton Manning.
Okay. Super Bowl winning
2 times.
That's TB12.
He won some Super Bowls, yes. He had better coaches around him.
When the game's on the line, last drive, who do you want?
Get Belichick on Peyton Manning. He has 6 Super Bowls as well.
No. When the game's on the line, who do you want with the ball in his hands?
Oh, Peyton.
No,
Peyton.
I almost hit you.
Peyton.
You're talking crazy.
Peyton.
You're talking crazy. Man, let's switch gears, man. You're talking crazy. Slade to the Eagles. How big is that?
Oh, man. It makes him a contender in the league. I don't know about, I don't want to say Super Bowl, not like that, but it makes him a contender because that secondary was atrocious. Now, the move I don't like is them getting rid of Jenkins. Yeah. Not re-signing Jenkins. He was the heart and soul of that defense, and he's the only person that showed up almost every game.
That hurt me.
That hurt, and he's an Eagle at heart. Like, he's Philadelphia.
Yes.
And to see them re-sign Jalen Mills and think he's going to give you what Jenkins gave you, I'm not a believer yet. I like Mills. I think he's a great young talent. He's not as physical.
Great guy, though. Great.
He does come up he does come up and attack a little bit, but he's small.
He's playing safety?
He's moving to safety. He's taking Jenkins' spot.
Oh, man.
So Darius is going to be huge. That gives you at least one side of the field that could potentially be on lockdown, which is great. But then again, who do you have on the other side? Rasul Douglas, they're looking to trade him, apparently. I hope they trade him. They need to trade him. He's got to go.
The secondary was bad last year.
They re-signed McLeod, which I don't agree with. I thought he was terrible last year at safety as well. But, who knows? We'll see. But the Clay signing and the D tackle from Pittsburgh, I forget his name, Javin something. I think those 2 additions are going to be great for them.
Jenkins wanted He wanted
big dollars.
He wanted the bag.
I think he was making $13 million already, and he wanted top safety dollar because the market went up for those guys. He wanted top dollar. I think it's easier to say Jalen Mills can move to safety and give him $5 million for 1 year, rather than pay Jenkins probably north of $16 million.
Yeah.
Now because of the need for safeties in the league, pay him north of $16 million and not be able to sign anybody else. So you got to take a hit somewhere. Plus, you never know what they're going to do in the draft. You don't know what they're going to do as far as other free agents, like Jadeveon Clowney's still out there. I think we need a better backup than Nate Sudfeld. They re-signed him. I know Alshon Jeffries is talking about cutting him or trading him or whatever.
Do you recommend the Eagles drafting a quarterback?
No,
in the late round.
No, I don't think. I think that's unnecessary. I think they need to go in their early picks. I would almost say safety. Somewhere
in the secondary.
Somewhere in the secondary, obviously. They picked up a linebacker in free agency as well from the Chargers. Brown.
I would go secondary or receiver.
Receiver, I just don't know because you are stacked there. You got Osega-Whiteside still. You have D-Jack coming back. You have, obviously, Greg Ward probably going to be somewhat in that mix now.
D-Jack is getting old.
You got Greg Ward, like I said. He's not as fast, but he's like a Hines. He reminds me of Hines Ward's a little bit. Not overly big, but he runs great routes. It seems like he kind of gets open. So Greg Ward, I think, is going to be around. Obviously, Aguilar's gone. He's signed with the Raiders.
Good riddance.
No one really cares. But, I mean, do we keep the unhealthy Alshon? Eagles keep the unhealthy Alshon? I don't know.
Alshon made plays for us.
I think they drafted Osega-Whiteside, though, to kind of take over a big receiver type guy. And I think that's... But I don't know. I didn't like the way he played last year, so not sure how good he is.
I think you need a speed guy to stretch the field. If D-Jack is not going to be the guy, you need somebody. And I would prefer somebody younger. No disrespect to D-Jack, because he's the real deal.
Well, this draft class is loaded with wideouts.
I think there's 6 projected first-round picks.
Absolutely loaded. So I think it's somewhere along the lines, early round, like I said, they can get a safety and a wideout and be okay. So I'm not overly concerned by either of them. But Eagles are always funny with the draft. You know, they don't typically draft offensive guys.
Well, now we have a corner.
Especially never wide receiver. I mean, our wide receiver picks have been atrocious in the draft.
But we signed some, and we signed some good ones.
Yeah, they don't draft good ones though.
Yeah, I mean, the last one was Nelson.
Yeah, but even you go back to freaking first down Freddie. We got him in the first round. We thought he was gonna be a stud. And Freddie Mitchell was hot garbage.
Did Freddie ever make it to another team?
Yeah, man, he played for the Redskins.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he went to the Redskins after us.
Yeah, good old Freddie.
Yeah, not sure where he is now though.
He's probably selling car insurance or something.
Dang,
what?
Jeez,
you need another job.
Former first round pick, man, or early second round. I forget which one it was. I'm pretty sure it was late first round pick.
Just saying, probably making a good investment for himself.
Well, he should be good though. That back then, that early, you were guaranteed like at least $15 million.
Hey, is there anything about you, Freddie? Is there anything about Freddie? I'm not gonna say that. Never mind. Never mind.
Good.
Slay. Now we got a corner that we can put on anybody's number one.
Yes, and I'm glad about that. I'm glad that breakup happened in Detroit. Another guy with another Belichick guy. Another breakup.
Oh man,
Patricia.
That coach is.
They said he was borderline disrespectful to Darius Slay.
Yeah, we got. That's.
I don't know if we want to speak on that. I read the article, but I don't know a whole lot about it. But the stuff that he was doing, taking talent and calling him to the office and sitting him down.
Yeah, it was terrible.
And telling he's not an elite corner, but that didn't bother me as much. I think Patricia might have had some underlining things that he wanted to kind of get across there, which was like push him. I don't think he was necessarily being rude, but the Hopkins and what's the guy? What's his DeAndre Hopkins and
Bill
O'Brien. That was way more disrespectful when he said the last time I had to have a meeting like this was with Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah,
that to me was the ultimate disrespect.
Look, what Patricia did, and I get it. I don't get it, but I'm trying to understand his mind frame. And I think he's coming from the Belichick era, and maybe that's how Belichick got away with it because once again his best player bought into it. So like if I can talk to Tom Brady like this, I can talk to anybody on the team like this. So maybe he came in thinking that, but he came in as a new guy, not proving anything, and you try to come at a corner that way, one of your best players, then yeah, you're not gonna be respected as much. And he probably lost the respect from a lot of players on the team besides Slay.
Yeah, I mean they said they were sitting in that meeting where he, like, I guess one of the players on this team, one of the receivers had a good practice. I guess they're watching the film from practice, and he kind of highlighted that receiver and then talked down on Slay. And that's another thing. You can't embarrass people in front of their peers like that.
Yeah, and what he said to him was disrespectful. And let's dive more into this because there's a lot going on with the whole Patricia thing. But once again, you're listening to Opinionated Facts on the RTS Sports Network. patreon.com/TCP Production. We'll be right back after these quick messages. And we're back. Remember, you're listening to Opinionated Facts on the RTS Sports Network /TCP Production. Matt Patricia.
I mean, number one, he's not that good of a coach, obviously.
Yeah.
I think we're seeing that. Which means, he could have time to turn it around. I don't know. He just doesn't seem... He reminds me of the coach that was in Cleveland this year, Kitchens. It reminds me of him. I remember watching something on TV, and he kind of like played with Baker Mayfield's beard after he threw a touchdown, and he walked away. Yeah, he said, "Come on, give me some." He kind of played with his beard a little bit, and when he walked away, you could hear Baker Mayfield say, "Man, that guy's an idiot." His own coach. And I'm thinking like that's kind of like he reminds me of him a little bit. He reminds me of Kitchens.
Baker Mayfield says that. Like, how can you call anybody an idiot? Number one,
exactly.
Anyway.
He may not even start this year.
Uh-oh. Well, what?
Cough is always different now.
Come on, man. Keep that away from me.
We don't have our 6 feet either.
Anyway, Patricia told Darius Slay to stop sucking the other receiver's private part after Darius Slay posted
a picture from the practice or something on his Instagram or something like that.
just letting the guy know that, hey, you got the best of me that day. He posts, and then Patricia brings this in front of the whole team and calls him out, basically. And where we're from, you don't invite another man in your private area.
Oh man, like that's a fight.
Like
saying it.
Yep, like there's no other comeback for that other than physicality, and he had to take that in front of his whole team.
I mean, big ups to the guy, because man, you saying in front of my family, like all my players is here.
Yeah.
Like to me, it's more about respect and then not embarrassing me in front of my peers. That means you don't respect me. If you choose to go that route in front of everybody, like there's one thing to put me to the side and say, look, man, I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I'm old school, whatever. But to do it in front of everybody, that means you want to fight me. To me, that's like, oh, he wants to fight.
Nah, man. I mean, well, I don't get it as a coach. Like, as a coach, we both coach, and I would invite that type of competitiveness to my team where I want these guys going at it and then showing love after practice.
Yeah. I mean, I hype it up when we're there. I'm like, dang, he just ran you over? You gonna let that happen right in the hole like that?
Yeah.
Like, you want that challenge. Like, and then when it's over and they shake hands and they say, oh, you got the best of me today. Like, I'm cool with that. I would never say, oh, get off his top or something crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. Well, maybe this guy is. I don't know. I don't know what Patricia's mind frame is. But from the looks of things, he better get together, or he's not going to be coaching. Or he's not going to be the head coach for much longer of the Detroit Lions. But moving on, the Olympics took a long time to make this postponement,
and they're still like fiddling around it like it's not official, but it looks like it's official.
How could you have anybody? How would you even consider it right now when every billion-dollar companies are shutting down their sports?
Well, because it's a difference, though. Like, things could be okay in July, whenever I think it's July 24th, something like that. Things could be, like, close to back to normal.
And it could be worse.
Yeah, but you can't, I think, postponing it. I wouldn't say postpone it. I mean, not like some people are calling for it to cancel it, and that's not okay. But to postpone it for a whole entire year, I don't know. I think that's a little extreme.
We record out of Pennsylvania. So they told us to not prepare to be around, like, and we both coach sports. And they told us not to, be prepared to not be around your football team all summer.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
the first time we'll see our kids again will be in August. Training camp.
right. Like, I mean, right now, our campus is completely shut down. Like, if we even go on campus, it's an automatic fine and maybe jail time. Like, that's the route that they went. Like, if you on campus, you could be taken into custody by state police.
Because you're putting people at risk.
That's what I understand. I don't know. They didn't say that. I'm just saying what I was told. I work there, and I can't go on campus.
Yeah. I mean, they're taking it that serious, but the Olympics is like, let's see how this thing turns out in July or June, whatever it's supposed to be. Yeah, people from all over the world.
Yeah. I mean, this thing's all over the world. This coronavirus is in 170 countries. There's only 90 countries in on this earth.
I heard this thing started with like one crazy scientist in like China or something.
He died
from the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he died.
Oh
he
man.
He was ill and then he ended up dying. He was like the whistleblower.
But he was the guy that like they let it out, like the animal got it in his lab or something.
That's something weird. Like, you don't always hear the full entire story, man. And then he made it. I guess he talked about it. And they didn't want, I guess, people over in China and Wuhan didn't want it to make it seem like it was this big of a deal. And then he kind of like blew the whistle on it, like, "Now this is serious." And then all of a sudden he's dead, like a couple days later.
Well, they seem to be getting it together more over there in China now. Like, they're closing down a lot of their stations they had, the coronavirus
they
stations.
They just closed Hong Kong, the city, from any outside person. So nobody can go into the city of Hong Kong because they thought they had it under control a little bit. And then the numbers did rise a little. I heard that today on CNN.
This is unprecedented times, man. It's unprecedented.
I didn't think I'd ever see it. Like my time, like watching. I don't know if you ever seen that movie 28 Days Later, when the monkeys got infected and like it was, it was like it's like stuff on that level. People joke around with the zombie apocalypse. I mean, I put like a little note on a bunch of food at my house and said, "Do not eat for the zombie apocalypse."
Yeah, I think it's sweet.
Well, I don't think it's a joke, but like, what can you do? It's going to go the route it's going to go. Like me, myself, I can't contain it myself. I can't say, this is going to stop here. Like, it is what it is.
You can prevent yourself.
All I hope is I don't get it. But at this point, the way it's looking, you walk outside and breathe the wrong air, you might get it.
You can't. Well, be like me. Don't leave the house.
I mean, some of us got important lives, man. I don't leave the house for unnecessary reasons. I leave, for to do certain things or to get certain items that I might need during that time. When we go into this whole quarantine or martial law, a lot of people are talking about this whole martial law thing.
Yeah,
and that's a real thing. That could become a real thing.
It can.
And I've only ever seen it in movies. It's like it feels like I Am Legend, the Will Smith movie.
Yeah.
Where everyone gets it, he stays to try to see I can fight this, I can beat this thing. He finds a way and she goes off to this little community where everybody is not infected. And they take your little temperature to make sure you're good and all that. Like, that's what it feels like.
Yeah, I mean, I went to the doctor's for a regular scheduled appointment, and before you even walk in there, they take your temperature. Like, that's where we're at with it now. Like, I'm at the doctor's. What if I needed help? They send you straight to the hospital. Can't even go to the doctors and get your help. But will this coronavirus end a great Lakers season that might give LeBron his fourth NBA title?
I don't know, man. Like they were starting to gel a little bit, but a lot of some guys got some age on them. They might need the break. It might be good for them. They might come back and look refreshed.
I mean,
they could come back and look like a little stiff. Like, that time off killed me. I was in a groove.
He just posted on Instagram, him doing one of his little home workouts again, and no shade to the King, but I think the King will stay in shape. It's about the way that the Lakers were gelling. Like, this could really mess with LeBron's history. He's chasing ghosts, like he said. He wants to be he wants to be the greatest when it's all said and done.
Yeah, and this could happen. Like, that could, that fourth title, 3 different teams, like that could bring him in a conversation like no other. And
he could. This is a year to do it. And I'm not saying that LeBron's a little nervous or anybody, but that man in Brooklyn comes back next year. Kevin Durant will make things a little more tougher.
Yeah, but he won't see him to the NBA Finals. I wouldn't worry too much about that.
That's what he has to win. He has to win finals.
Yeah. We got to get there, too, first. Got to get past that other team in L.A.
Yeah, them too.
7 games. Series. And they beat them 4 times.
Before coming into this season, it was like LeBron was like 3rd on the best player in the league type list. Like, after this season now, during this season, he's shown that he still
got it. Like, he might still be the best.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what he's showing this
like,
season.
Giannis might try to have something to say about it, but I think LeBron, personally, I feel like LeBron's having the better season.
He's not having a better year. Giannis' stats are better, and his team's record
What
is better.
stats? LeBron is a rebound and a half away from averaging triple-double?
Yeah.
A 25-point triple-double. Not no regular Mezio 11, 10, and 10. We're talking 25, 26, 11, and 10.
But
he's pretty close to doing that.
He's having a great year. But Giannis is just about having an average and double-double, and his team got the best record in the NBA.
Yeah, they got the best record in the NBA by a few games.
And they won the head-to-head match.
They lost recently.
They lost the second one. They won the first one.
Yeah, I mean, and LeBron guarded him most of that game, and looked a lot better.
Yeah, LeBron.
Giannis was pretty much obsolete that whole game.
That's what makes it a little nervous. Like LeBron was starting to cover number ones again. Like he was really getting back into.
He guarded Kawhi to start the game that game against LA.
Yeah, like it was a thing. Like it was happening. Like they were gelling at the right time, and then boom, they're done. And now this guy could be in bad shape. We're getting a 4th title ever. Like AD is young.
Yeah.
Can AD become a number 1? LeBron fall back to number 2.
At some point, I mean, you gotta think it's going to happen. Like no one stays the great forever. Like LeBron's going to have to take a back seat at some point to somebody. He is the greatest player. Like yeah, that's no doubt. But
well, I didn't say that. Greatest player of what? Like on his team?
He's the greatest player in the NBA.
What? Not well. He's arguably the best player in the NBA right now.
He's arguably the best player ever. That was the argument.
I don't think.
I don't know what you're talking about. The argument was.
I was trying to see what you were talking about. I didn't think he was
ever.
No.
It's not arguable. No one's ever tried to argue that with you.
It's arguable, but you were saying like it's like you said the greatest. I was just trying to clarify what you meant as the greatest what.
He's the best player in the league right now. Before the season ended, he was the best player in the league.
That's debatable.
That wasn't debatable. Everybody was saying that, and he might be the MVP. He was playing better than Giannis was. Giannis had a little bit of lead on him. That's why he's caught up.
Giannis got hurt.
Whose fault is that?
No,
that might be better for the Bucks. He was due to miss 2 games.
That's what I'm saying.
Now he's gonna come back healthy.
That's what I'm saying. Giannis was hurt and he missed like 2 games or whatever. But it wasn't. You can't say that he's the best player in the NBA right now definitively.
He was the best player in the NBA when the season wasn't lockout. And it wasn't arguable.
Are you counting injury?
I'm counting he's the best player in the NBA.
Are you counting Giannis?
I don't care who's healthy.
If everybody's healthy, no, he wasn't the best player.
How wasn't he?
Because I just told you, Giannis is averaging just as good of numbers.
No, they're not just as good numbers.
And his team's better. But Giannis is doing more with less. Again,
a foolishness.
He's not?
He has some of the league best shooters around him.
No.
Yes.
He don't have
Bledsoe and Middleton are some of the league's best shooters. What are you talking about? They're not?
No.
How aren't they?
Who you putting them above?
Middleton's been in the 3-point contest back-to-back years. He's a shooter. I've seen him score 50.
What do you mean by...
no slouches in the league score 50 points. He scored 50 points this year.
When you say one of the best, are you saying like top 20?
Shooters?
Yeah, top 10?
Yeah, I'm saying top 20 in the league.
Oh, well, top 20,
top 15, top 15.
Don't bring the number down.
Top 15 shooters in the league. Chris Middleton is.
I could say
shooters. We're talking pure shooters. If they can't do nothing now, they can shoot. Chris Middleton's that guy. Steph and Clay are those guys. Who is?
I mean, Steph and Clay, there's a big gap.
No, there's not. They're pretty close as far as shooting. Not the caliber of player. I'm talking about shooting. Just shooting.
You're talking about Steph, Clay,
Middleton.
And there's like other 12 guys that you can put in front of Middleton.
You can put about 8.
Anyway, it's not AD.
It's not.
He don't have the top 3 player in the league with him.
Who don't?
Giannis. LeBron and AD are 2 of the top 5 players.
We give AD a lot of credit because of his talent, but he's never won nothing. Let's be clear. When he was in New Orleans, he didn't lead his team to nothing. What did he do for his team?
What do you mean?
He did nothing.
He took them to the playoffs.
Listen to what I'm saying. He led his team to nothing. What has he done for New Orleans?
First of all, he missed a lot of time.
Exactly. He's always unhealthy. But what has he done?
Oh, my God. Now he's always unhealthy.
Is. Am I lying? He ain't never played a full season. Bum.
He's a bum?
No, he's not a bum.
You're getting disrespectful.
He's not a bum.
Like, this guy is top 5 player in the league, and he was when he was in New Orleans.
Stop.
Yeah, like he was. He just got good in Los Angeles. No. There's a reason why they wanted him.
I think he looks a lot better in Los Angeles because LeBron puts him in positions where he can be successful.
Oh, my God. LeBron with him is... No.
Look, LeBron makes everybody better. I don't care how good you think you are. LeBron makes everybody better.
Buddy.
He
talking about
does.
Anthony Davis. He's a 6'11" 2-guard.
He's not a... Stop. I should punch you right in your head.
The boy can do it all.
No, he cannot. He cannot do it all. He's okay. Yes, he's a good player. But he has never led anybody to anything.
In New Orleans, name me somebody else that was on that team.
I can't. I never said I could.
Exactly. Well, that's why.
Drew Holiday was down there, though.
He was. There you
go. Drew Holiday was down there.
Well, that's not good enough.
Well, I'm just saying. Name somebody when LeBron took his team to play in his first NBA Finals against San Antonio Spurs. Name another person on that team. Name his number 2.
Boobie Gibson.
No, he wasn't there yet.
Boobie Gibson was there.
Not for his first one. Not for his first appearance in Cleveland. Boobie Gibson wasn't there yet. Name another person.
I think Boobie was there.
He wasn't there yet. Name his number 2. I can tell you right now. You're like, oh yeah, Gibson wasn't on that team. Mo Williams.
Mo was good.
Stop.
Mo wasn't good.
Stop. Don't do that.
Mo wasn't good.
Don't do that. No.
Are you telling me Mo?
Do not do that.
Are you telling
that
me
was
right
his number
here?
2. And Drew Gooden.
Are you telling me Mo wasn't good?
Yo, are you serious?
Are you say it?
He wasn't good.
No, you're crazy, man.
Wow. LeBron made him a better player.
You are crazy.
What happened to Mo after LeBron left?
I don't know what happened to Mo.
Exactly. What happened to Chalmers when LeBron left?
Chalmers was never good.
What do you mean? He hit game-winning shots in the finals for those guys.
I mean, yeah, he made the open shot.
Because LeBron was there.
They had 3 All-Stars on the team. You can't make the shot.
Where are these guys? Well, you know what? On one of our shows this week,
we can't guard everybody.
At some point on one of our shows, we should do a Where Are They Now? And everybody that's played with LeBron and what happened to them after they left.
Mario Chalmers was not a good player. Like, he was never like that guy.
Mario Chalmers won NCAA titles, game winners
in college.
How is he not a good player?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that he's not a good player.
You said he wasn't a good player. That's what you said.
I'm saying that he was not a good NBA player. He was.
How
average.
was he not? He got 2 titles.
You had 2 titles.
Starting
oh
now.
My God.
I'm not saying that. You're starting on an NBA team.
By default.
How?
They were on a budget.
Yo.
They just signed 3 All-Stars.
Yo, you are unbelievable, yo.
They were on a budget.
Mario Chalmers
he might have been still in the rookie deal.
Player turned nothing after LeBron left.
Oh my God, he was never a good player.
That's sad.
You could say I don't even know who was on that Heat team, man.
That's sad.
Say there's better examples that you could have picked besides Mario Chalmers. He was never going to be an NBA All-Star. Mo Williams was an NBA All-Star.
What?
He made an All-Star game.
No, he didn't. I gotta look that up. I need proof on that. I need proof on that.
Mo Williams, I think, made an All-Star game.
I need proof on that, yo. I absolutely need proof on that. And if he did, it was the only season he played with LeBron.
The only season he played with LeBron?
It's gotta be. There's no way. No way he makes he made one. No way. I don't believe it.
He's being disrespectful. They trying to say Mo Williams it wasn't good.
Who else we got?
How else would LeBron get the
Name
final?
somebody on that team. I think was it Drew Gooden that played on that team?
I don't know who was on that team. You were
what Kanye West said?
What?
Something about when you get your foot in, but you ain't good enough to even be Drew Gooden or something. It was a diss though, kind of like I remember.
It don't matter. You're a LeBron fan, so you know them guys on that team. Mo Williams was a solid NBA.
I'm a LeBron fan. I remember Mo Williams and Drew Gooden. I don't remember nobody else.
The team was bad. It wasn't a good team. Some down years in the East, man. That was right after like.
No, I think that's the year that LeBron had to score 25 straight to take them to the finals past Pistons, ain't it?
It was a rough time in the
Pistons
Eastern
were
Conference
dominant
during those times. Wasn't that around the time Orlando just stopped going with Jameer Nelson and
Dwight Howard?
Dwight Howard.
I know. I remember when they beat LeBron once in the playoffs.
It was hard times in the East. That's how LeBron even got there. But LeBron was the best player in the East. Might have been.
He was the best player in the league at the time.
He's not the best player in the league.
Guys talk crazy.
Let's not be stupid.
You guys talk so
Let's
stupid.
not talk stupid, man.
I'm done.
Good.
You guys talk crazy. It's unbelievable.
You should be done.
Like
at that time, Tim Duncan was still in the league. Kobe Bryant.
Tim Duncan.
Never
So
took
what?
pride.
He was just like Drew Brees. He's never been the best player in the league.
What?
Tim Duncan's never been the best player in the league.
Tim Duncan was the best player in the league.
He's never been the best player in the league.
Oh, you're being disrespectful, man. How about Tim Duncan was never the best player? He's probably the best power forward ever.
He might very well be. Not one of the best players in the league, though.
We're going to discuss this more next week.
No,
man.
we're not.
You're being disrespectful.
Yeah,
you are. You're talking about Tim Duncan was never the best player in the league.
There's nothing to discuss. Tim Duncan's never been the best player in the league.
Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. Like, that was the argument.
There was an argument?
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
As you should be.
How? How was he ever the best player in the league? You had Shaq.
We got to get out of
Kobe.
here, man.
You had Tim Duncan. At best, he was top 5.
We'll continue this next week. Make sure you guys keep tuning into Opinionated Facts. You got any shout-outs?
No, I got no shout-outs. Guys talking crazy.
Disrespecting Tim Duncan, man. I'm giving a shout-out to the 7-letter family. Make sure you guys tune in.
I do got shout-outs.
Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. What's your shout-outs?
Shout out to all the health professionals, nurses, doctors, etc., etc.
All them, yes, on the front line of this pandemic that we're dealing with right now. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, man. Make sure you guys tune in next week, Tuesdays at 1 on the RTS Sports Network, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on our Facebook page on Sundays. All right, we're getting up out of here. Make sure you stay laid up, stay prayed up, stay out the way, and listen to what some old folks have to say. See you guys next week.